Hello, this is Savage Jim, and this is my review on the LEGO Star Wars Clone Turbo Tank set number 8098. Before we begin, let's have a look at the box here. This is a massive box. The set is a 1141 piece set, and thus the box that goes with it is humongous. Up here we can see the various functionings of the turbo tank and also the figures in actual play use. To the right here, let me try to get a focus in. You can see the actual playability features of the turbo tank. The panels that open and close. The operation of the flip fire weapons. And the stowage capacity of the additional items, namely the walker here, and the detachable command center, I think that is. For a set of this size, it does come with 6 minifigures. I presume that's fair for a price of $120. Let's go ahead and have a look at them here. Let's start with Cad Bane. Front printing on his chest. Very nicely done. No back printing, however. This is his headpiece. It really gives him a lot of character. I think LEGO did a very nice job on casting this hat for him. Another piece that is unique to Cad Bane. I think it is unique to Cad Bane. I don't know if there's any other LEGO minifig that has a piece like this. This is Cad Bane's neck piece. I believe it's some sort of breathing apparatus, so he could breathe the air on other planets, which are mostly occupied by humans, I guess, in the Star Wars universe. Very nicely complements his head. Let me try to get a close up here. I'm going to focus. LEGO did a wonderful job capturing his essence in his face printing here. His red eyes, and even these, if I could get my camera to remain focused, even these cheek printings over here of metal plates on his cheek to complement his neck piece of his breathing apparatus. LEGO did a wonderful job here. Next character in this set is Ayala Sakura. I don't know how the name is pronounced, so anybody privy to the Star Wars universe, please correct me below in the comments. Very nicely molded headpiece, and printed as well. The braids are printed into the hairpiece here. Again, also captures her likeness, her character in this minifigure. Front printing, kind of a halter top with one arm that is bare, the blue arm here, and one arm that has a sleeve. Back printing of her halter, and blue lightsaber. Let's come over here to Anakin Skywalker. Front printing, but no back printing, just straight black. Blue lightsaber. Let's try to get a closer look at his face here. His face printing, it's hard for... His hairpiece definitely captures his essence. Good job to LEGO again, once again, on capturing the essence of a character in their minifig. Also with blue lightsaber. And this is Ahsoka. She is Anakin's Padawan. Front printing. Back is not printed. This is her face. As with the other three characters that I've already shown. Detailed facial printing. Nice molding on the hairpiece as well. And printing. Very nicely done. Captures a character also in this minifigure. And now the two clone troopers these are just your regular standard clone troopers included in this kit. So have a look at them. Standard clone trooper printed helmet. And molding. Printed clone trooper face. Can't get a good focus here, it's really hard. Both clone troopers are identical. Included with the clone troopers in this kit are some trooper assemblies. I'm not exactly certain what this piece is. I believe it is an armored pauldron of some sort. But it goes on like this. And a battle visor for the trooper. As with all clone trooper helmets on the Lego sets, they have holes on the left and right side. You get that fit in there properly. There it goes. And a rangefinder. This is simply just go on one side of the helmet, the right side of his helmet here. Those are your figures. Moving on, we have here the accessories that come with the turbo tank itself. Let's start with let's start with this with the blaster rack first. It's a really simple piece over here. All it's meant to do is hold blaster rifles and these larger blaster pistols for the clone troopers. Let's grab a clone right here and actually arm him. And also we have here a command center piece which is detachable from the tank. All three of these, by the way, are able to fit into the turbo tank itself. I'll show you in a little bit. Nice printing of the control center here, handlebars. Add one of the minifigs here. Bit of playability with the handles and the control panel being rotated up and down. And of course the Scout Walker, or Recon Walker, I believe this is. I forget what the nomenclature for this thing is. ATRT, I believe. I'm not sure. That's an extra handlebar piece that I just put on the bottom over here, make it look like another weapon. That is not correct. That's what it's supposed to look like. But I didn't want to waste pieces. I guess I could have put it over here on the side. His helmet's loose there. Nonetheless, that's what a clone trooper looks like operating the walker. Onto the main centerpiece of this set is the actual turbo tank itself. It's a rather huge unit, and there's a lot of features actually included in this particular vehicle, and we'll go over these in detail. This set is actually packed full of detail. As you can see on the vehicle, there are a lot of pieces here that represent a lot of detail. For example, on the top here, those represent hatches. On these front panels over here, these clear pieces are the windscreen, the windshield. There's a lot of forward lights here as well. These yellow pieces over here you can see are your running lights. Also clear pieces to the forward that represent your forward windscreen. Have a functional, well, radar dish that actually rotates up and down. Those pieces right there are, of course, smooth flat pieces added onto the side, which add to the markings of the vehicle. Towards the top, looks like railing, and the access door for the blaster assembly. Look at that detail, that is very nice. That is a sticker piece right here. I believe that is the only sticker pieces on this entire set. Everything else is either printed or actual pieces that are put onto the vehicle itself to give it its decorative appearance. The back, very nice use of them red pieces to stand out and give the vehicle some character. Aside the many details of this tank, it is also bristling with a lot of armament. Now let's have a look here. First and foremost, the weapons that seem to stand out, especially at the front of the vehicle, are these twin chin blaster lasers. These are turbo blasters or whatever they are. They do articulate. You could rotate them up and down, even independently of each other. Same with the other side. They could only elevate and depress. They cannot rotate left and right. Over here on the side, let me zoom in on this. I believe this is a spinning, rotating anti-personnel blaster display assembly. I'm not exactly certain what that is. Anybody that knows more about this, please comment below. Up on top, looks like another blaster assembly up here. I'm not sure what that is. It's really a flick fire, kind of a flick fire missile. I'm not very proficient with launching these little flick fire missiles, but what the heck. Mounted on the rear cab of the turbo tank is this external blaster mount, and this is where a figure could sit on top and man this particular weapon. Put a clone trooper here. This blaster mount rotates 360 degrees, and the blaster itself, which is held in place with these battle droid arms, can elevate and depress, so it's fully articulated. The panels of this tank are hinged, and this allows you to access the insides of the vehicle. Let's have a look. We'll start with the front of the vehicle. The roof piece over here can be hinged upwards so that you could access the cabin, the forward cabin control bay. Now over here I have one of my clone troopers in one of the forward driver seats. And I don't know if you can see that right there. That is a printed console display for controlling the vehicle. Sits two vehicles right there. Sits two figures in the front of the vehicle. In the rear, the panels also come open. Let me access these to show the inside. Again, there are two more seats. And even over here, towards the middle of the tank, you can see that these panels are also hinged. Not a very useful place to keep anything in there, so I don't think the set designer intended for anything to be put into this cargo space back here. Now this is the access hatch for the blaster rack assembly. Let's see if I can get that out. It's being stubborn. This hinge assembly, by the way, is both on the left side and right side. And turn it around. You can probably access that. Blaster rack assembly. Here we are, there it is. Blaster rifles and blaster pistols on this blaster holder. Put it back into its respective bay. Now the main cargo bay of the turbo tank is as follows. These doors are held closed with this piece right here. You flip it up and the cargo door comes down. Over here we have the Scout Walker. All-terrain walker does come out, fold out, and is ready for deployment. And when needing to be returned back into the turbo tank, simply fold it up, and you can see these little rails down at the bottom. These go into these rails right here. They match up. And the cargo door closes. The other side, the cargo panel door is the same, except this side holds the control station assembly. It's also stored inside on these rails, on the door as well. Inside it's rather spacious. You could see there's the all-terrain walker, the recon walker on the other side, on the other door, just hanging. And with both the control station and the AT recon walker removed, you could probably stand several troopers on that piece right there in the middle. Probably the most unique thing about this particular vehicle is the articulated axles. As you can see, as the body rolls left or right, the axles likewise turn in or turn out. Turn in to take a right turn this way. Well, this side being the forward of the vehicle, assuming, or roll the body left to make a left turn, or have the body roll at neutral and the vehicle will roll straight forward and backwards. To keep the vehicle at neutral body roll, the middle wheels have an independent suspension. On the left side, let me turn this over here, it's kind of hard to see. The left side of the middle axle and the right side of the middle axle is a fully independent suspension. You have the spring piece which functions as your shock dampener. I believe that shock dampener is from Technic sets. The other axles, they are not independent. They are a straight solid axle, and they pivot at a 45 degree angle. On this piece right here, you can see, and then there's a peg. Get that back in there, and it just simply pivots. At a 45 degree angle like that to assist with steering. The playability is also enhanced with this drop handle. This is the handle in its down position, handle in its up position, and you could use the handle to actually move the entire vehicle, and you could use the handle to rotate the body left, right, roll it left or right to make the vehicle turn the other direction, neutral roll, and just go straight forward and backwards. And the suspension actually works. Let's use my hand, my hand as a obstacle for the suspension. You can see that the wheels simply go up and over as you move the entire vehicle over the obstacle. I want to talk more about this carrying handle on the top of the turbo tank. This is the handle in the down position, in its stow down position, and you can simply pull it up. It's a very sturdy piece. You could lift up the entire turbo tank with this handle. And from what I understand, this handle is also 100% compatible with the the Republic dropship. I've heard that you had to do some modifications to the turbo tank itself to be lifted off with the dropship. For example, I believe you do have to remove this flick fire missile up here, and the rotating anti-personnel blaster assembly on the sides. Over here I actually included some additional figures that I purchased from other sets. My personal favorite are these ARC Troopers. Put them up on top. Earlier I was describing that the main cargo bay, you may load troopers into the cargo bay here. Let me show you what I've done. Have more ARC Troopers within. As you can see, they are standing on that middle piece there. I have 6 of them, 3 over here you could see, and 3 more behind them. So the turbo tank can actually function as a troop carrier as well, I believe, for playability purposes of this particular set. And I decided to put Cad Bane over here, trying to sneak up on the external rear weapon. Not a very pleasant surprise for that clone trooper once he discovers what the heck is happening. Overall, I rank this set rather high, even despite its $120 retail price, and just due to the sheer amount of playability that this set actually gives you and the options that come with it, especially this additional AT Recon Walker and the 6 figures that come with the set. I would say anybody who actually purchases will find this very enjoyable, and for the child of the recommended ages of the set will definitely find a whole lot of playability feature with it. If y'all enjoyed this review, please rank below, and thank you.